My exploration in Philippines started in the province of Laguna. On the first day, I started out to find Bukal Falls. Unfortunately, I ended up not reaching Bukal Falls on time thanks to my lack of familiarity with the roads and unreliable Google Maps routes in Philippines. However, by a fortunate stroke of serendipity, I encountered a smaller falls on the way to Bukal Falls, which is the Bugna Falls. Reaching destinations in Philippines could get tricky if you do not have your own transportation. Public transportation is neither cheap nor well connected. So in order to reach a destination, you may need to change multiple jeepneys, which is the most common mode of transport in Philippines. So, to save time and have the flexibility and freedom of movement, I found motorcycle to be the best choice for myself. To reach the place, I took a motorcycle on rent. If you have the budget, you can rent a car, but with the incessant rains, you may get stuck in traffic jams, which are not so uncommon. Even in smaller towns and villages, you may encounter slow traffic because there may be road work at many places, which results in two-way traffic on a single lane. But as a traveler, I am ready for unpleasant surprises. What is truly disorienting is the Google Maps. It shows wrong destination, wrong routes, and I ended up going back and forth at many places. Except for popular tourist destinations, even the locals did not know the offbeat locations, which makes it all the more difficult. On reaching Bugna Falls, I paid 50 pesos as fee for entrance and for parking the motorcycle. It is just a couple of minutes walk from the entrance to the falls. I could already see a few groups of people out there even during the overcast weather. Naturally, the water was muddy due to the rains, but the falls, though not big, was a sight to behold. This is relatively a safer falls. There are locals who double up as lifeguards. I spent some time there to let the view sink in, take some pictures and video before leaving the place. I did not get into the water to swim or to take a dip as the water was muddy and I wasn't in a mood for a swim. This falls is as basic as it could get. You may find many such falls all over Philippines. Because I did not have high expectations, I was not disappointed. There are no thrilling experiences or adventures on the way. So for adventure lovers, this could be boring. It is a good picnic spot to go with kids. Recommended for family outings. My second outing quenched my thirst for adventure to some extent. I am talking about the Cabag Caves in Cavite. It is not exactly a cave. It is a natural formation, more like a tunnel. To reach this place, I again went by motorcycle. The adventure began immediately after I left the starting point. I was denied entry to a route shown in Google and was directed to take another route, which is what you see here. The ride by motorcycle was a lot more difficult on this treacherous stretch than it looks on the camera. But these are experiences that make the trip thrilling, isn't it? After dirt riding down the bridge and then climbing up, we are gifted with this beautiful lush green view. and further down there are many such views. Since I took a different route and not the highway, I ended up with these unique views. On reaching Silang town, again the route shown in Google Maps ended up being wrong. I had to visit the Luksuhin Barangay Hall to take the permission from the local authorities to visit the cave. There are good reasons for it, which I will cover later. The local authorities allowed and assigned a tour guide, which again has a reason. Once the approval was taken, we had to ride a three-wheel taxi to a drop-off point. From there, the walk starts. To reach the cave, our guide Jervin takes us through fruit farms with cultivations of dragon fruits, bananas, santal fruit, pineapples, mangoes, and many more. And yes, there is a papaya and some chilies too. The path is muddy and slippery due to rains, but rain makes everything so green. We had to wade through the overgrown bushes before reaching the top of the cave. Once we reach the top, we have to trek down to reach the cave falls. The path down is difficult than it looks on camera because it is slippery due to the rains.
Careful. Careful.
Hello. On successfully navigating down the spot on all fours, we get to see this view which matches exactly with the pictures. The water is muddy due to rains, but I'm more interested in climbing up the rocks to enter the cave. Jervin and others stayed down while I climbed the slippery mossy rocks. That's when I understood the reason why we had to take permission from the authorities and guides had to accompany us. The chances of mishaps cannot be underestimated. Once slipped, the fall is straight down the pool which has rocks. Someone who does not know where the rocks are can get seriously injured, which can at times be potentially fatal. Any mishap, naturally, the local authorities are responsible and hence the caution. Now I climbed up the caves and then, we can't enter from here, so I climbed it. On reaching the entrance of the cave, I could only see a few meters inside as it was dark, damp and slippery. Into the caves. Let me just try. Any adventure further could be outright insane. I had better sense prevail in me, so I climbed down, which was equally a crazy experience. Okay, I'm still inside the cave, but I don't think it's any wiser to go further because it's too slippery out here. So I think I'll stop from here. And you can see a lot of people. Oh my god, it's too dirty. People come here and litter the place, which is not good. I took a while to sit down, let the experience sink in, savor a stolen dragon fruit and a small meal before trekking back to civilization. I would still rate this as a beginner level trek during summers, but is of moderate level of difficulty during monsoons. This is strictly not a place to go with kids. This is not a picnic spot. For adventure lovers, this could be a good warm-up. The experience was not possible without the help of the wonderful guide Jervin and the co-guide, and the Luxuhin Barangay Hall authorities. Such people are the reason why many tourists love to visit Philippines. I hope you found my experience useful.